Golf News RI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. It's a beautiful Thursday. Hope you all enjoyed the warm weather. Rich and I actually played golf today, so we'll do a quick recap of that. It was somewhat graceful, but there were some flashes of brilliance, and so we'll get to all that. Rich, how you doing, buddy boy? Happy Thursday to you.
You too, brother. Yeah, I think Jimmy said it reached 71 out in North Kingstown. So it was I'm happy about it. I'm always the first one to complain about the crappy weather, well, the seasonal weather this time of year. But yeah, I'm happy. I've gotten I've gotten 4 rounds in the past 2 weeks, so that's great. But other than that, it's been a pretty decent month of February.
Yeah, and today was my first round of the year, my first birdie putt of the year. Actually, I had 2 birdie putts, made one of them. One was significantly closer than the other one, to be fair. So we'll get into that in a minute. But first, let me tell you that the Golf Dudes Podcast, of course, is brought to you by Link's Drinks, our friends at Link's Drinks. They're up to 20 plus liquor stores and country clubs across the state of Rhode Island. They're also in about 25 states or so across the country. So congrats to them on all their success, and we appreciate their support. But check out Link's Drinks at liquor stores and country clubs near you. Of course, there's the back 9, the front 9, and the regular transfusion. So check them out as well. Next time you go alcohol shopping, it's a great drink. Get some nice ice, put it on ice, drink it while you're watching Tiger grind out around a golf round today, and hopefully put himself in position. And again, thanks to our friends at Link's Drinks, and of course, the Golf News Podcast now streams on the Golf News RI Podcast Network, which of course is sponsored by Vintage Cigar Lounge and Club. So, anyways, now that all that's out of the way, now that the business is handled, we played golf today at the King's Crossing, and we had a great time. I had some good shots. I had a case of the rights. Which was getting really frustrating. It's amazing. I said this to you on the course. It's amazing that how frustrated you get in this game for a round that legitimately means nothing other than just out there having fun, having a few beers, whatever. It's amazing how frustrated you get and how quickly you get frustrated, even though the round actually means nothing. Literally means nothing.
No, it's crazy. Like I said, I've been fortunate enough. This is my 4th time this month, so. We both you were pounding the ball. You had a couple cases of the rights on the when you were using your 4-iron, but I drove the ball decently well. Wasn't always online, but I hit the ball hard. And you had 2 birdie putts, made one of them. I think I had a couple looks for birdie, didn't make any of them, but I mean, it's February golf, and it is funny. Like I've been getting mad. I've been getting mad that I haven't been playing well, and it's February, so the bug's already starting, and hopefully a lot of people are going to be better off playing a little earlier for once the season actual starts.
Absolutely. I mean, and the King was packed today, almost like it was like the middle of the summer. The bar was packed afterward, like middle of summer kind of time. So I know this weather's not going to keep it up. I know it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, but rain is in the forecast apparently. And next week could be brutal, other than like maybe Monday. At least that's what I'm seeing, for what that's worth. But hopefully this weather keeps it up, keep that snow away, and knock on wood. And then we'll be playing back out soon. Like I've been saying, I played at least one round of golf. Both of us have played at least one round of golf in March, each of the last 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. This might be my first round in February ever. So it was exciting to be out there. I obviously enjoyed my time, and got some positives out of it. For what it means, I have no idea, but there's some positives that came out of it.
So let's timestamp this podcast. It's 3:50. 350 on 350 on Thursday. Tiger's just about going to the third hole. How about he had 180 ball speed on that drive on the first hole on one leg. 180 ball speed on one leg on the first hole. Absolutely insane.
How about it's a Thursday afternoon and February 16th
Crazier shit's happened, right?
in Rhode Island. It's 60 plus degrees. We played golf today, and Tiger Woods is on TV.
And then it looked like
what a world.
It looks like he on that first hole. He outdrove Justin Thomas by about 40 yards, and then he outdrove Rory about like 25, 30 yards.
What a world we live in. That's how great life is. We play golf today. Tiger Woods is teeing off in the afternoon. We did some pre-gaming. We're all good. We're good for the rest of the day. We'll be with you all night long. It's gonna be a long night.
Crazy.
Unfortunately for me, tomorrow's a busy Friday, so I can't go too hard. But either way, still a fun time. So we'll get into some of the Tiger stuff. Obviously, the Full Swing Netflix documentary series is out. Rich hasn't started it yet. I'm through 4 episodes. I semi-binged yesterday as much as I possibly could. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time to watch all 8 episodes back to back to back to back to back. So I'll get into some of those details. I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything, but we'll get into that. A few quick notes, and Rich, if you want to jump in on any of them, obviously, feel free because you're aware of them. Number one, we broke a number of huge stories this week regarding the Club Pro carousel, if you will, as the thing continues to spin. First of all, congrats to Bruce McDonald, the former pro at Lincoln Country Club, on a 20-plus year career at Lincoln and a 36-plus year career overall as a club pro. I know he's still gonna be around a little bit. He hinted that he might be doing some teaching at Point Judith or might help out at Lincoln a little bit, but congrats to him. I was a member at Lincoln before I moved over to Kirkbride. I was a member at Lincoln when I was a kid, and it's a great place to learn how to play. Great place to go play by yourself because you're never that far away from the clubhouse or the parking lot, whichever one. And when you're a kid, that's important, obviously, for obvious reasons. So it's a great place to play. I enjoy going back there. I still play there once or twice a year. So congrats to Bruce on a great career, and thanks to him for all he's done for me personally on a golf level and for golf in Rhode Island. The flip side of that, of course, is congrats to our guy Nick Maresca, who takes the job at Lincoln. He's already officially started moving his pro shop stuff in and doing all kinds of things. So congrats to him, and thanks to him for all his support. He moved over from Gloucester. Like I said in my personal Facebook post, it's much easier to come visit him now than it was before. So you can bet your ass that we'll be there on any number of days this year to visit, have a few beers, and perhaps play some golf at Lincoln Country Club. So congrats to Nick, and I'm greatly appreciative of all his support of me and of Golf News RI over the last 3+ years or so. And then just the last thing, and then Rich, if you want to weigh in, congrats to Shane Drury. He takes the Gloucester job. He leaves Buttonhole to take the Gloucester job. So congrats to him as well. He's been super supportive of Golf News RI as well. So congrats to him. And we're still waiting on some places to be filled at Buttonhole and a couple other clubs that we're waiting on official announcements for or confirmations of. Either way, so congrats to those 3 guys. It's been a big week in that department, and some exciting stuff, obviously, for us with Nick going to Lincoln, and for me personally, Shane going to Gloucester. It's still pretty good. So pretty big week of local news.
Yeah, like you said, it's a carousel. Everybody's moving from place to place. Want to shout out our boy Nick on the congratulations. Also, him and his wife on the birth of their baby. It just happened a couple days ago, or end of last week. Yeah, Nick's been always been a great friend. Great with the kids. Wherever he's been, I know he had a fantastic program at Kirkbride when he was there. The kids love him. Hopefully, he can bring it to Lincoln and have a lot more success.
Absolutely, and of course he's moving the Lincoln High School golf team practice from or home course, I should say, from Kirkbride to Lincoln. So that'll benefit them because it's much easier to obviously get 9 holes in at Lincoln than it is at Kirkbride. It also benefits Kirkbride members, but we get into that. So anyway, congrats to those 3 on the big news this week, and excited that all 3 of them actually gave comments exclusively to Golf Mizrahi about it, and we had kind of three great articles paying each of them, kind of tribute, if you will, in that on that side of things. The other quick note, our other local news coming next week is a big week because we have the Gasparilla Invitational down in Florida. Was one of the top amateur invitationals kind of in the country. It's a big deal, and our guy Mike Hamilton is teeing it up down in Florida, so I'm sure he's on his way down there within the next couple of days. I actually got to text him just to check in, but so congrats to so good luck to him, and I believe Bobby Leopold is in the field as well. So that's always an exciting tournament. We'll obviously have coverage of it on a daily basis. It's a big amateur tournament. Hamilton says it's a wild atmosphere down there because the members really adopt it and kind of take it in as kind of their own thing. And Hamilton says there's beer kegs and all kinds of shit going on on the sidelines, if you will, while these guys are trying to play like a real life golf tournament. So something to keep an eye on, but we'll have coverage of that obviously starting next week. And then other than that, the pro stuff, Will Dixon is off for the next month, and the G Pro Tour is down in Florida practicing. Davis Chatfield in the Corn Ferry Tour, he is off for another few weeks, and then he returns to the countryside and plays in a tournament in Georgia. He's currently 100th on the Corn Ferry Tour money list with about a little over $9,000 earned. So he needs a little bit of a run here in his last 4 tournaments or so of his exemption. But he's coming around. He played well last week, made the cut, which is a big deal, obviously. And so that's where we are with some of the local stuff. And by the way, please excuse any live reaction to any amazing Tiger Woods shots.
That's right. That's why I timestamped it.
We're both watching the tournament on television. Golf Channel hasn't picked up coverage just yet at this time. But please excuse any live reaction. So that's some of the local stuff we have going on. I'm still sitting on a couple of big stories that are coming out shortly. So we'll keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on golfnewsri.com for all of that. So yeah, that's what we got. We did some national stuff with Tiger playing today, and we did obviously our own golf today. Why do you think I had the rights today? What was that? That was a club face opening. I mean, it could be any number of reasons, of course. But
I mean, I told you I'm not the guy to say that. Say anything, but I mean, obviously, Impact's open at Contact. Might want to talk to our boy Peter Walsh about that. I mean, you were absolutely murdering your irons today. So the only problem is, yeah, you had a little bit of the rights today. But when you did hit it, you were hitting it directly in the middle of the club face, which was nice. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Like I said, the only time I have the rights is with my driver. I usually don't have it with my irons. I usually pull the ball, if anything, with my driver. So with my irons. So I'm going to be honest with you, I can't really tell you.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to put too much stock into it. It's February. I was hitting the ball really well, and I mean, I think that probably will straighten itself out. It's probably just something that I'm doing, being too anxious about seeing where the ball goes. But it was fun to get out there for sure. Hit some good shots. What's the hole from 7 to no? I put it on the right side both times, and both times I hit like a 9.
On 6. On
I
6, yeah.
had both birdie putts were on the same hole, and I
Yep.
hit those 2 shots from the opposite fairway. Really, one was way out, and he's.
Oh yeah. The first one was
second
way
one
out
was-
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So those shots felt good anyway. But it's cool to get back out there. Obviously, you played pretty well. You had some shots. You crushed a drive on 5, both times. One time you hit a driver. The other time you hit a 3-wood 5.
Oh, on 6, yeah. On 6, yeah. Yep.
Whatever hole it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you almost drove the green both times. Wasn't that 5?
Yeah. No, it was 6. 5. 5's the par 3.
6. Sorry, yeah, you're right. 6. You almost drove the green both times. One time with a 3-wood.
Yeah.
The other one with the driver.
Now, granted, the tee markers
Tees were
were
up.
what,
The tees were up.
40 or 35 to 40 yards up from where they normally are. So,
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it was pretty crazy.
absolutely. So you were smoking. Obviously, you're in mid-season form.
For the most part, yeah.
I think Tiger just bogeyed. That sucks.
Did he?
He's back to even. He was 1 under after 1. That's too bad. But still a long way to go. Who knows? It seems like these guys are kind of scoring pretty well there. John Rahman, I think, is 5 under and all different things. So Golf Channel coverage is about to pick up. So that's kind of what we got on the local end of things. And I know you haven't watched the Full Swing podcast yet, but I not the podcast, the Netflix,
yeah.
the Netflix series. It's definitely not a podcast. So I have some thoughts on that, and we'll get into that and some Tiger instant reaction as Golf Channel picks up coverage at the time of this taping. When we come back, this is the Golf Dudes podcast. Stay tuned. Billy Andre joins the show. Billy, thanks so much for doing this, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm very excited to be joined by an 11-time Emmy Award winner, and that is Armin Katayan. Massachusetts Women's Amateur Champion Allison Paik.
The days of the country club just being golf and maybe one amenity are gone. Unfortunately, Metacomet doesn't have those.
He has a very rare condition called kyphoscoliotic Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And at the time of diagnosis, there was only 60 documented cases in the world.
I mean, we legitimately played the last 4 holes at Newport National. You could not see 50 yards.
And welcome back to another episode of the Golf Dudes podcast, if I can speak, presented by Link Drinks. Link Drinks is known for their transfusion in a can. Check out Link Drinks at liquor stores and country clubs near you. They have 3 different flavors. They're in multiple states across the country, and they're really killing it, as most of you probably know. So we did a little bit of everything in the first part of the show. Talked about some local stuff. Obviously, congrats again to the 3 Ryland golf pros that are taking on new jobs and new responsibilities. Bruce McDonald is taking on retirement. Nick is taking on Lincoln Country Club, Nick Maresca, and obviously Shane Drury taking on Gloucester Country Club, replacing Nick. So congrats to all of them. Obviously, we hit on next week's schedule, which is Mike Hamilton and Bobby Leopold playing down in Florida at the Gasparilla Invitational, which is kind of an elite amateur golf field. Justin Thomas is on the tee now. He's 2 under at this time.
Holy, what a miss hit. Oh!
Your TV is ahead of mine, so I can't tell you what just happened.
Wait till you see this JT shot. Holy crap. He absolutely murdered that thing. I'm not sure if his club selection was off or he took a flyer or what. Good Lord.
Oh, he's over the green.
Yeah,
That was
he
a tee
murdered.
shot. That was a tee shot.
He
There's no flyer
murdered
on a
that
tee
thing.
shot. No flyer
Well,
on
I
a
mean,
tee
I
shot.
don't know what the hell it was. Holy crap!
So, yes, this is a live reaction to the Genesis Invitational.
Oh wow, Rory's
going
off
on,
too.
going on this week in LA. Obviously, Tiger's in the field, which for both of us is a big deal. So, the Full Swing Netflix series is out. I'm through 4 episodes. Rich hasn't watched it yet, but I'm sure he's going to catch up quickly. In fact, I'm still betting on him finishing it before I do because I just, I just, I just run out of time. I'm not gonna lie. But through 4 episodes, I thought there were parts that were interesting. Parts of it look scripted. The first episode is about Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth, and it is. I do think their relationship is cool. But
All 3 of these guys just missed the green.
some of it,
Jesus Christ!
some of it is scripted. Tiger Woods apparently misses the green. Your TV, like I said, your TV is ahead of mine, so I can't really help you on that one. Hopefully,
Wow.
hopefully they'll make par. Oh, the scoreboard says Tiger is -1. I thought someone said he was even.
No, he made birdie par.
I'm confused. Did they change the way they do this? They put the scoring banner on the players. I could have sworn the thing said even par. Maybe they just meant even for the hole. That'd be weird to put that in. I don't know. I could have. I'm a mess.
I don't know.
I'm confused. I could have sworn the thing said even par. And I just thought that meant even for the tournament. Maybe they meant even for the hole. I don't know. One thing that avid golfers, will be annoyed about with Full Swing is that they really dumb it down. So like it says, they explain what a birdie is. They explain what a par is. They explain 3 times in 4 episodes what the cut is and how many players made the cut and what that means. So they really dumb it down for like the newcomer golf fans. So that's going to be annoying for people, I think. I mean, in my opinion. But I mean, the JT's Jordan Spieth stuff seems kind of scripted, especially at the beginning. But the Brooks Koepka episode, which is episode 2, is really intense. Because he's struggling with his game, he's struggling with his injuries, and he just can't figure it out. And he's really pissed. I mean, you get to see Jenna Sims in a bikini, so that's pretty good.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a positive. Other than that episode is pretty intense. And they ask him at the end of the episode if he's going to join Live, and he just smiles. So that was kind of neat.
Nice.
And then the Ian Poulter episode, we talked about this earlier. The Ian Poulter episode, I think, is episode 3. Is really, really intense because he's struggling too to get into cut for the Masters. So some of it seems scripted, and I'm not saying that it is. I mean, who the hell knows? But some of it is very real, and it really kind of hits you like a ton of bricks. The 4th episode is your boy Joel Dahmen. That episode is pretty funny. There is an emotional part to it, but that's a pretty funny episode as well. So I thought overall so far it's been interesting. It's been fun to watch. Has its moments, obviously. The in-tournament stuff is pretty interesting. Just so they talked to at the PGA Championship, they're talking to Justin Thomas's dad, kind of in between rounds, and his dad says, Justin is pissed off because he feels like he just blew the tournament after the 3rd round, kind of thing. And then obviously he comes back to win. The result. But so stuff like that is pretty interesting. But I know the reviews have been sketchy on Twitter and among the golf bloggers, if you will. So, but it was interesting. I'm excited to watch the next 4 episodes. I heard the Tony Finau episode is amazing, and Dustin Johnson is featured prominently in it. No Paulina Gretzky though that I've seen so far. But you had Jenna Sims, so that's what I got on Full Swing. And I'm only through 4 episodes. So I know a lot of people binge watch.
Is it an hour apiece?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. An hour, 45 minutes, yeah. The other thing that's that people are going to be annoyed with, at least again, diehard golf fans, avid golf fans, going to be annoyed with, is that it doesn't go in order. So like it doesn't go like from the beginning of the season like to the end. It jumps all over.
Huh.
So that's the only other thing that people are going to be annoyed with. It took me time to get used to. Like they open with Jordan Spieth winning the is it the RBC Heritage where you get the jacket, the plaid jacket, and he
Yeah,
won.
that's in Canada, right?
Mm,
Yeah, I think it is.
well, they opened the one where he wins the one where you get the plaid jacket.
I think that's RBC. I think.
So whatever tournament that is, that's what they open with in the first episode, and then second episode they go to the Phoenix Open, but it's obviously not really in order. You see Scheffler winning the Masters, and the third episode, second episode, tough to follow. But either way, people might be annoyed that it doesn't really go from one thing to the other. But you figure it out. It's interesting. I mean, I got to think that Live Golf is happy with it because they're featured prominently, and they have footage from the Live Golf tournaments and
Oh, really? Nice.
all different things. So I don't think they're happy with to get the publicity because they're featured obviously is a big deal, but they're featured prominently in the at least in the first few episodes. So that was interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but again, the PGA Tour had no editorial as at least what was written. JT gonna chip in? Oh, just missed. The PGA Tour had no editorial say in what was going into it, so
Yeah.
it kind of makes it good. I will be honest, I was looking for myself in the crowd at the US Open, especially when they show the press conferences from the US Open and they scan like the media. I was looking for myself, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm still gonna look for myself in the coming
yeah,
episodes.
why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna freeze frame that shit. I'm gonna take a picture.
Why wouldn't you? Absolutely.
I haven't seen myself yet. Who knows? Who knows what I got on camera at all? But I did see when I was there. I did see the Netflix cameras that were there. They were humongous. They're like strapped onto the guy's like body, the whole thing, and they were just like moving. They were in the corner of it, the press conference, of it, not the stage, but the podium area. And so I did see the Netflix cameras. So I will continue to look for myself in these US Open press conferences. I was at almost all of them. So I will continue to look for myself. Probably won't be there, but you never friggin' know. But that's what I got on that. I know you haven't watched the series yet, but I will be interested to hear your thoughts on it once you dig into it, maybe tonight, tomorrow, whatever day. But I will be interested to see what you think of it once you dive in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just, like I said, I haven't had time. But yeah, I definitely looking forward to that Poulter episode and the Brooks episode for sure. And yeah, I should be able to knock out a couple episodes before the end of the week.
Yeah, the Poulter episode is really intense. Like I said, some of it seems kind of scripted, some of it is very real, and the Poulter episode is very real. That will definitely hit you. You'll be like, holy shit, how real it is.
I think Tiger just tapped in for par, I believe. No, he just bogeyed the par 3. Fuck. Ugh.
Yes, he was over the green, you said.
Yep.
He almost made that par, but he just lost the short.
Yep.
Homa is 7 under. Rahm is 6 under.
Homa's
scoring is out there.
Homa's a monster, man. He's gonna be rattling off a bunch of wins this year, I think.
Yeah, he's featured in the Netflix series. They interview him and talk to him.
He's a funny bastard. Oh, he's so funny.
Funny clip is he's at, I guess, Joel Dahman hosts a party at his house during, I don't know if it's the Phoenix Open or whatever tournament it was.
It's probably Phoenix because he lives in Phoenix.
He hosts a party at his house and Max Homa shows up and Joel goes, do you want to skip tomorrow? Meaning they won the tournament and just go to Las Vegas.
Nice.
And Homa's like, are you nuts?
That's awesome.
So it's kind of like a funny interaction. Roy makes that putt. Interesting look for Roy. The long sleeve collared shirt. You don't see that too often anymore. But yeah, so that's what we got. I hope everyone enjoys Full Swing. It is interesting. Like I said, some of it, and other parts of it are very much real life for these guys. So it is cool. I know people have kind of taken issue with the fact that they're trying to make these guys look up to be like sympathetic figures in a way. Then they each get on their private jet and fly off. So
Absolutely. Yep.
How bad can you really feel for them?
Of course.
But that's what it is. But also shows you how seriously these guys take it, and that even though they do have Poulter does have a private jet, and JT and Jordan Spieth do fly together on a private jet, and all these things. Like they do still take it seriously, which is cool to see because they don't necessarily have to. So, But yeah, Scotty Scheffler's in it as well. Him and his wife, they showed him winning the Masters. They actually give you like a tour of inside the Augusta National Clubhouse, which is
really?
Yeah, they take you inside the clubhouse, the whole thing. They actually even take you inside the Brookline, the country club clubhouse at Brookline. Because they show just Dahman was in contention in that tournament going until like, the weekend, and they show him walking in, and Rory and Colin Morikawa and John Rahm are all sitting there waiting for their tea time, having lunch, and Dahman walks by, and they end up chatting him up, and it's like a big deal. A big deal for Dahman at the time, he says. That was kind of neat. So there's some cool stuff for sure. If you're looking for a series to show golfers struggling in life and really trying to grind it out, I highly recommend our series from Monday Q Info and the Fire Pit Collective called The Grind. It's on YouTube. That's some, you want to talk about real life shit. That's some real life stuff. So that's also a great watch for golf fans, which is a totally different feel than what you'll see for the most part in Full Swing. So I don't have to plug all the media outlets, but they've done they've done a really good job with that and showing guys that are just literally trying to make it in the world. Not good from JT there. That was brutal, even though
that was pretty bad. Rory's up now.
Didn't end up that badly, but Caitlin, of course, my fiance is a huge JT fan, and she says that now that he's playing with his buddy, he can show up for the first round of the tournament because he usually gets up to terrible starts.
Rory right down the middle. Let's see what Tiger's got.
Boy, your TV is way ahead of mine.
How about Tiger's like 213 in the world?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Thankfully, he has exemptions into every single friggin' tournament.
Oh yeah, of course.
There is, and it doesn't really matter.
He missed it. He missed it way left. Oh God. All right, let's end this because I'm gonna start.
We love the live reaction, but
getting angry.
The fact that your TV is way ahead of mine is kind of an issue because I can't react. That was a bad shot. You almost killed somebody. Way down the hill. All right. So this is the Golf News podcast. Again, a bunch of things coming up next week. We're still sitting on 2 big stories that we are waiting for. I don't say approval, but obviously, we want to do right by the people involved. So those could be coming within the next few days. And also keep in mind next week, big week for Mike Hamilton and Bobby Leopold down in Florida. Also, college golf is back, so that's been exciting. Patrick Welch looks to continue his climb up the PGA Tour University rankings. So great to have college golf back. as well. So that's all we got. We'll keep you posted on everything going on across the golf world. And of course, if you're following my personal Facebook page, I'll keep you posted on everything going on within the PC basketball world as well, because the games don't get any smaller from here. They only get bigger.
Yep.
That's all we got. Rich, it was great playing golf today. Maybe we'll do it again.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a couple rounds in March. We usually do. Maybe later in February. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. It
No,
looks
that's-
like it's gonna get a little chilly at the end of next week, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we got. This is the Golf Dudes podcast. We will talk to you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And hopefully you all enjoy the golf this weekend. If you're playing this weekend, of course, have fun, get out there. And yeah, that's what we got. This is the Golf Dudes podcast. We will talk to you next time.